Hey guys, welcome back. If you haven't noticed, I haven't posted in about 2 weeks. I've been playing Gar. It's because I've been helping this group get off the ground. I love it so far. I'm sure maybe some of you guys will love it, especially if you played Gar or other Star Wars related games. So I wanted to throw together some footage I've taken over the last week. We launched about 4 or 5 days ago as I'm recording this right now. So I've mashed up a bunch of footage from a couple different events I've hosted or spectated throughout the days. And I just wanted to talk about the channel, talked about the new group, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So right now in the group, it's called the Final Order. We have 3 divisions up and running. The guys you see in red are called the Sith Troopers. This was their first patrol today, so I took some footage. I think the morphs look great. The Sith Troopers are supposed to be like good PvPers, the scrim type. So if that's your thing and if you're interested in joining, I would definitely recommend that if you're like the featured tops kind of guy, the scrim kind of guy, stuff like that. And I think there's only 1 or 2 of them in the frame right now. But if you look at the Stormtrooper, like the red stripes on it, not the Sith Troopers, but the guys have like red stripes. They're called military enforcement. If you play Gar, they're essentially CG. They get cuffs and all that. They get a nice shield, automatic machine gun. It's really nice. And the other division we have is called the FN Corps. I'll put some footage of them right now. So I'm walking out. Okay, so the military enforcement guys are obviously the guys in red. And then you see the guys in gray, like that guy right there, the orange shoulder pad. He's in that division. They get shields and also like a baton. If you've seen the new Disney movies, um, they do like that 1v1. They take out that electric baton and like bah bah bah. Like I'm a stormtrooper who can battle Jedi's with my baton. But anyways, yeah, so they're pretty cool. That's their commander right there. The guy in all silver coming back into frame right there. But yeah, so those are the 3 divisions we have right now. We got the PG launching in the future, which is essentially the Red Guard, but just in this era. And then we have FOSB launching soon as well. They technically do have members right now. They just don't have a morph or anything like that. So they're still in the works. Basically, that's RI compared to GAR, or like KGB compared to TSU. And I forget what they called it in TGE, but like the intelligence guys, just watch and write reports about stuff. So if you're trying to get your Microsoft Office Word and like Excel skills up, then that's the division for you. But yeah, so I've had a lot of fun playing this game. Bozo, the guy next to me in frame right now, contacted me about a week or 2 ago about the project. They've been making it from scratch about 2 years ago now. So it's a lot of Star Wars groups will just copy and paste stuff from like Viking Laws groups. But these guys, they don't use free models. They use some Roblox textures right now because they don't have a guy for Blender like long term. And it's not that big of a deal. It might like catch your eye at first, like, oh, these stones from Roblox textures. But like the admin is made from them, the Morse are made for them. A lot of Star Wars groups, you'll see the same Morse over and over. And before this group, honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't seen a final order or like a first order group actually get off the ground. Because back to the point, there's not a lot of free model stuff for that kind of those kind of groups. So you kind of have to make it. But anyways, yeah, right now we're just on the border. You see all the different kind of Moors, very colorful. You got the red, the gold, the silver, and I actually like the basic recruit trooper Moors. They look very clean, very sleek. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. We're gonna go ahead and get in some other events. So going back to the Sith Troopers, because man, I just really love these Moors. I don't know if it's the red, it's the shine, something about them. But here they're doing pictures, probably formation pictures for their guide, because it's a brand new division. So a lot of divisions don't have guides or manuals set up yet. So they're doing that now. I really like them. Their companies also have some really awesome Morse. They're not active yet, obviously. these batch of troopers on the screen are the first batch in the division. So eventually they get spread out in companies, etc. But it's definitely, I don't know, something about joining a new group. So when I joined, it had like 130 members, and it'd be like 5 players in game. But like the other day we ran ads, got like 90 people in the game. Absolutely insane. Right before this video, we had like 50, 60, and I love it. I think we're at like 300 Roblox members right now, at about 150 in the Discord, which is crazy because it's so hard to get people in goddamn Discords from Roblox groups. This man right here, I teleported. He's still loaded in, but that is Ben's Logic. I don't know if you guys remember him from Gar. I think he's in the 501st right now. But yeah, he came over. Also a great guy. Ben, if you're watching this, shout out you. Also CEO. CEO, if you're watching this, I would have given him a shout out last time. He was all mad. Good guy. If you used to watch my old YouTube channel, you know how much I love SSUs. So this is the one of the first SSUs I hosted in the server. I kind of forgot to record the rally phase, but you can see it at the end when we rally to dismiss. So right now we're on the border. It's kind of like the same thing as any border game. There's not too much to do, especially for a brand new group. We don't have many raiders. We don't sell any game passes. We sell a pistol game pass for like 250. So we don't sell like golden miniguns or jetpacks yet, and hopefully not ever. And we got the other guys on the other side talking it up. All the divisions in the videos you'll see, we'll be trying to recruit members because this group doesn't have a million members, so we can't post like constant tryouts. People are not lining up out the door to join divisions because one, they just don't know how to, or two, because they don't know what division they want to join. They're still thinking about it. There's a bunch of different factors. So a lot of the divisions right now will try to recruit people in game, and it's been working out great. People love the divisions. I think people really like just how new the game feels. Like the Morse feel new. I haven't seen the Morse before. I join any Star Wars group, I see the same Morse, but I mentioned that early in the video. It's a dead horse, or move on. But yeah, so just patrolling the border. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, when we're talking about stuff, people have been asking me what I've been doing in life. Um, so I just transferred to a school. I mentioned it early in the video. I had to move up there next week. Going up to the Big Apple, New York City, boys. I'm going to a maritime academy because I was in the Navy. And don't get me wrong, I'll always love and respect people in the Navy. I loved my time there. I just didn't want to do it long term. One, the money's not great. Like you can live well, but you'll never be like rich in the military. So, and man, I just love the ocean. I love the traveling aspect. I love just being in the middle of the ocean. And I don't know if as I'm getting old, but man, the stars are crazy out there. No light pollution, no nothing. So I just want to get back out there. So I'm going to a maritime academy, 3, 4 years. People will be like, "Oh, Nick, you're gonna be so old when you graduate." And be like, "I'm gonna be old anyways, right? Like time ain't gonna stop if I don't go to school. So I might as well go to school." But anyways, I'm having a great time in real life. I was still chugging along. I hope you guys are doing well, especially the guys who've been watching for years. Like if you watched me 3, 4 years ago, like you're kind of grown up now, right? So I hope you're doing good. Trust me, I didn't have the best time in high school with grades, especially. I had to join the Navy because my grades were so like awful, and I had no money growing up for college, and I couldn't get scholarships. So I was like, I'll go to the Navy. Trained out my life, got like a good discipline system, so I know how to organize stuff now. But yeah, whatever you guys are doing in your life, I hope it's going good. If you started watching 4 or 5 years ago, you know firsthand how time goes by fast. It's like when your parents said, you're gonna wish someday you're back in high school, and you're like, hell no, I won't. And if you're done with high school, you're like, oh yeah, that's what they meant, like bills and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good with whatever you're doing. And you can always contact me if you need stuff, not to make it weird or nothing. But I like to talk to people, especially if someone is going through like some stuff I've gone through. But anyways, let's not get too emotional on a Roblox Star Wars video. But yeah, right now they're just trying to recruit immigrants. So with the game being new, if any immigrant looks decent or hell just even talks, I feel like some guys who join just aren't real. Like you're telling me this bacon dude who doesn't talk, doesn't even read what we say, just walks around onto walls is a real person? I don't know. I think it's a dead internet theory in practice. So here the FN core I mentioned earlier, here's a better angle of them. But yeah, they have some cool batons, shields. They're good for suppressing stuff because man, those melee weapons. I don't know if the time of the recording of this is when they were still kind of eh. They used to take like 5, 6 hits to kill, and now they're like two hit batons. But yeah, so what am I saying in game right now? I have old man eyes. I can't even see my screen. Oh, okay. I was trying to like settle an argument before it got out of hand, but the commander goes over there and settles it. So I'm like, okay, it's not my job. We're in the SSU. Got to stay focused on the SSU. But yeah, man, I really like this group. I'm a F1, which is like the first rank of high com, and I'm not in division per se. My job will be eventually the officer academy, but we're just too new right now. Does not even needed. We have plenty of officers ready to go. So when a new group joins up, you kind of have a gray area of like what's free ranking or what's like getting guys to make the group function. Because obviously you need officers, but obviously you can't wait till a bunch of people join, push them through a way, then get officers. So you're like, okay, I need officers. It's I guess you can call it free ranking because like you join the group, I'll make you a high comp. But that's what needs to happen in new groups. It's like when I know a lot of you guys play Viking Law, but like when Viking Law makes a new group, you usually see the same people starting off as high com or officers because it's guys you trust from other groups. So you're like, yeah, come over to this group. I'll make you an officer. We'll get it off the ground. Call it a day. But yeah, now we're getting to a certain amount of activity, certain amount of members. Well, eventually we will open OA, get fresh officers from the enlisted ranks who quote unquote work for their rank. No, they have. I don't know why I said quote unquote. But yeah, a lot of guys in the group are really good. Familiar faces from GAR, TGE guys, ton of TGE guys. The group is owned by Hexling. If you play TGE in 2022, I think you should recognize them. But yeah, we got a bunch of TGE people in here as well. And man, what is TGE doing nowadays, huh, boys? Have you played them? Played them recently? I tried to go on the other day. It just I don't know what's going on. The game, this 200, 300 member Roblox group outperforms TGE on most days. But groups come and go. This group will eventually come and go. It's just everything comes and goes. So enjoy it when it's here, right? Anyways, just walking. I'm walking, having a great time. This probably sounds super familiar to my old SSU videos. They're fun. They're quick. You get power. Oh, speaking of power, we have a system similar as many border games do. It's not just ripping off GAR. It's a very good system that's applied in many games. You play, you get activity points. In this group, we call them loyalty points. GAR is power. TGE is courage, I think. I don't know what's called in TSU. Never really played TSU. But yeah, but the interesting spin on it is that there's a bonus that goes higher the more you play. So you play a game, you play the game, 30 minutes, you get 15 loyalty points. You play for 30 more minutes, you get 16. You play for another 30, so hour and a half in total, you get 17. So it's like a 1 point stack every 30 minutes you're in the server. It obviously resets when you leave the server, and when you rejoin you go back to 15, and then you have to go back up like the staircase again. And then events, we're not sticky with giving out loyalty points. I'll give out loyalty points if I see someone in game for a while. I just like giving them out. There's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, it's definitely a good group, especially to have a system like that in place from the get go. Gives a big incentive to players to keep playing the game. And we don't have really good rules in place yet for AFK farming. So do what you want with that information. You didn't hear it from me. But anyways, yeah, F1, no division, in charge of Officer Academy. Eventually, I have to type it up. Fun fact: I made OA as warrant officer for Gar. I did it for Justin. I'm trying to think. It was years ago. But yeah, so I have decent experience making officer academies on Roblox military groups. I'm your man. One of my worst fears are I apply for a job with like whatever email is connected to this YouTube account. They look it up for a background check and they're like, oh, this guy's a Roblox Star Wars military group YouTube channel. He's a freaking weirdo. So if any job sees us in the future, I'm obviously very organized. Okay, I'm very proficient with Microsoft Office. So if anything, it's a plus. But anyways, let's get to the end of this SSU. So now we're back at FOB. Divisions are lining up. I think this SSU was, yeah, it was before the Civ Troopers got pretty large. Oh, you know what? I'm not even the host. Okay, this is one of the first SSUs I co-hosted. But yeah, the Civ Troopers aren't active yet. Just one of their officers. The troopers are pretty active in this game. So is, yeah, the FN Corps. They're pretty active in this SSU as well. So yeah, we'll go ahead, wait a minute, get them all lined up. But yeah, back to the original point I wanted to make with the video was I love this group. I think there's a lot of potential, man. I've seen a lot of rip-offs of like GAR or just Star Wars groups just copy and paste it over and over again. And this one's different. As cliche as that sounds, developers are pushing updates and fixes daily. You join the Discord, you go to the sneak peeks or the update log, you see it for yourself. I'm not just sitting up here lying to y'all. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, over here the troopers, the Morse, yeah, most of them are recruit right now. It's crazy because before the loyalty system came out, like for the first 2 days of the group, if you attended an event, you just got promoted. Now it just gives you loyalty points, which is still a good substitute because you can still get promoted without events. So it's like pros and cons. But some of these guys are like E5s, E6s before the loyalty system came out because they just took advantage, like in a good way. I would do the same thing, but now they don't have to like grind for loyalty points as much because they're already like E5 or E6 from attending like 5 or 6 events. So yeah, there's pros and cons to the system. The cons are you might have to play the game longer or attend events to get promoted. But the pros are you don't just need events to get promoted. So you can just hop on anytime and make steady progress in the next rank. It is pretty quick. I mean, with the bonus, it goes quick, man. And we try to have fun in the server. I know the SSU wasn't the funnest thing you've ever seen on Roblox, but we try to make it a bit fun, especially with all the new members nowadays. This SSU, I remember this SSU now. It was one of the first like large SSUs we've had. I think the one right after this, we had like a full line of troopers and more divisions were present. But yeah, it's been a steady increase in activity, which is great. Especially with border games, it's so hard to get off the ground because one, it's already oversaturated. Border games by themselves are so oversaturated. And it's a Star Wars border game. So oversaturated. So many Star Wars groups. But going back to my original point, it's new. I don't see these more, so I like it. I really do like it. If you guys enjoyed the video, tell me what you think in the comments. Go ahead in the comments, say, Nick, this is a GAR copy. I'll be like, Roger that. As long as you watch the video. Oh boy, watch this wedge. We didn't even really try to correct it. After this is the SSU that stopped wedges. Like this is the SSU that I was like, okay, we have too many people in SSU. We have to stop doing wedges because it used to be just like 5 people, and you could do a wedge pretty easy. So I was like, I don't even want to try to fix the wedge. We're just go ahead and get into it. But yeah, it's a great group. I'm having a fun time. If you guys want to come on down, join the group, or just take a look around for yourself. See if you like, is OfficerKiller bullshitting me? Come down, take a look, join the Discord. Say what up to me. If you join the group from this video, say what up. And yeah, I'm going to try to make more videos. It's been crazy. Last week, I wanted to do a video. I had to get so many vaccines for the new school. Insane. I was like on my ass all week. So sorry about that. Um, what else? Speaking of Roblox groups, join my Roblox group. I'll link it in the comment or something. It'll be somewhere. I don't use Discord. Like I used to have a Discord for the old channel, but it's like, they see the videos somehow. They don't need a Discord channel. I feel like they just get overused. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Am I getting old? I am. I think I'm just getting old. But yeah, I'll post to my Roblox group when I'm posting stuff. My joins are always on for the most part. Come on in, say what up, check out the group if you want. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video and check out the group. And I'll see you guys next time. Officer, that's not my name. OfficerKiller out.